All right, let's take a quick look at how to do a feedback fruits discussion with multiple deadlines. I think it could be helpful. All right, so I am going at it a different way than you might. You'd probably get there through a checklist or through the content. I went straight to feedback fruits assignments, and I'm going to ask it to open in a new tab. So I'm impersonating a student. So I'm going to get a few pop-ups and a few things that you won't, but it does mean that I can see it kind of exactly how you do, but you won't see any of the stuff that I post. So first it starts you off with the instructions. Hopefully I've made those clear enough. We'll see. I'm going to try not to show too much of other students' work as well, but we'll see what we see. So, all right. So for example, I put like a 5-word count on this mostly because I do not care how many words you use. Obviously, you should have had a little more than 5 to include everything for the initial post. But just to get it done, we'll say I am pretending to be a student, which gives me 7 words. The discussion coach is going to be like, this is not good enough. And I understand. Thank you. Okay. So we'll submit that. So that's the first one. So you always have to complete the steps. This would be step 1 or part 1. Sorry for using step part language back and forth for this particular item. So then we would need to discuss with peers, right? That's when I think 2 discussions are required. So to do that, you can click the go to discussion part. All right, so for me to move forward, it says 0 out of 2 are done. Pretending a bit more. Okay, so we pretended and we pretended, and now you can see up here it says I can say done. Before I was finished, there was the option to finish later, I believe, right? And you can edit how things look for you, newest to oldest. What do you want to see? You should upvote, comment, do all the fun things on different people's work as you go along. This is a nice small class. Okay, so we'll say done. Now that you've completed the discussing with your peers and it says your progress is completed, this is where you should be able to select your most valuable contributions if you'd like to highlight your best work. Or someone else's. I think you're allowed to highlight theirs too. Okay, I was able to find it. So the issue is that the original discussion posts don't seem available to mark as valuable, which is a bummer because a lot of them were from students. Instead, it's the most valuable contribution, so it's a reply. So when you click on something, there has to be some replies. This is a tiny class, so there's not a ton of replies. But so for example, a reply you can mark as valuable here, and then that would mark this as done. Can't do that first one, but you can still upvote it. And of course, I will see those when I'm reviewing to see if I should give anybody extra credit for participating. So let's mark, we're just going to pick a random one now to mark as valuable. We click done. And then I believe this would be completely finished. It says your grade hasn't been published yet, but again, that's because I'm not real. Hopefully yours would publish upon completion of the actual discussion part. And then this just gives me extras to take a quick peek at and tells me what you found valuable for me to take a peek at. I often like to reward OCB credit for the most useful responses or things like that. So that's kind of what that part's about. And I think hopefully this will show you the basic steps. Unfinished deadline in 12 hours. Ah, okay. I hope that helps.